To grow your business, it's so much better to grow your audience because your business will be much easier. But to grow your audience, I noticed that, well, I'm guessing that a lot of you might have some internal blocks to doing so. And one of my viewers wrote this question to me, which I thought was such a good question and had so much sensitivity to it, which is how do I grow my capacity to have and receive a large audience and not be afraid of becoming more visible or well known as my audience grows over time? Could you, George, share how your mind and heart have adapted as your audience grew? And I thought this was great, and I wonder why more creators don't talk about this. And I really welcome any of you to comment below on your own thoughts about this too. But I'll share with you a unusual perspective on this, perhaps, which is, and pardon me if I can get a little spiritual with you. I think if you've been watching my videos, probably you don't mind this. But I don't see this George Cao character as being that important. What I value so much more deeply are the ideas that I'm championing. Things like authentic marketing, joyful productivity. Like, I want those ideas to be out there in the world because I've seen the benefit it has in my life and in the lives of my clients. And that's why I show up and champion those ideas. And however I champion them with as much courage and vigor as I can, I know that I'm going to make mistakes. I know that I'm not going to communicate those ideas well sometimes. But I know that if I don't show up and do that, these ideas can't get out there to more people. So I don't think it's about me. I don't care if I make mistakes and this being gets embarrassed. I care that those ideas are championed as vigorously and courageously as possible. So what about you? Do you have some idea or principle or core message that you really want to be shared out there? Well, if you dedicate yourself to that message and to that mission of sharing the idea, maybe you don't matter very much. Maybe it's the idea that matters a lot more. And my cat agrees with that, if you can hear her. So she's championing her need to be cuddled right now in this moment. Okay. So the other thing I want to share with you is I have a particular spiritual influence in my life that I'll just come out and say it. You know, I have multiple spiritual backgrounds in my life. Some of it is like Buddhist and Confucianism, and some of it is Christian because my family moved from Taiwan to the United States when I was pretty young and impressionable, and so therefore I got converted to Christianity at a young age, and I'm still very grateful for those influences to this day. At this point, I don't probably consider, most of you who are evangelical Christians wouldn't call me theologically sound, but I still very much appreciate the core principles of Christianity, one of which is humility, right? Like there's this idea, this phrase, to be a fool for Christ. Those of you who don't have that background, like, what are you talking about? Okay, so to be a fool for Christ means to really love others as Jesus loved or taught us to love and loved others as Jesus did, even if you make a fool of yourself, even if you get embarrassed, even if you look stupid. And that has always stuck with me so deeply because the more my ego can be embarrassed and cracked, imagine this ego, this ego personality has cracks because it's gotten embarrassed and makes mistakes and looks dumb. The more that happens, the more the divine light can shine through. As long as I act and speak and serve with an intention to serve others, with an intention also for my higher growth. If my intention is to truly grow and to truly serve, then that's what matters. And if I make mistakes and be embarrassed and more people see me make a fool of myself, then more of this ego is cracked and more of the divine light can shine through. That's really how I see it. So anyway, I hope this is helpful in some way. And thank you for being part of this ego destruction process. I hope it helps. I hope it gives you more inspiration and courage to really show your authentic self. Because to really show our authentic self means the willingness to let our false self be cracked and to be embarrassed. So anyway, thank you for being here, and I wish you a wonderful rest of your day.